Hey, we got some new final rules from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. Yeah, that organization or administration that I just mentioned has come up with a new final rule, and this has to do with trailers. Starting, I guess, immediately, that the underride protection systems on the back of these trailers, basically what we usually used to call the ICC bumpers. Okay, the new rule says that these bumpers have to have the strength and energy absorption to protect passengers in a passenger vehicle that have an underride crash in the rear of these trailers in multiple scenarios. Okay, this new final rule is coming out of, you guessed it, the infrastructure bill from last year, 1.2 trillion, I think. Infrastructure bill, more stuff is coming out, and I'm guessing all this stuff is covered by the cost of the 1.2 trillion. I don't know how it works, or if it just adds a cost. I don't know. Now, I thought I heard a year or so ago that they'd already come up with this rule. So I started looking into it. And what I think I was hearing was last year in November, I think, of 2021, the new rule came out that said these ICC bumpers, underride protection, impact barriers, whatever you want to call them, have to be inspected on all inspections, annual inspections that the trailers have to go through, right? Everything I've read on this new rule as far as what the strength and the energy absorption standard is, they didn't say. So evidently it wasn't high enough, so now they have to come out with new standards so these things are strong enough, right? Now I'm guessing trailer manufacturers or the subcontractors that make these bumpers and sell them to the manufacturers know what those standards are. Hopefully all the carriers know what they are in case they have to replace them, and so they make sure they get the right ones. I'm guessing all that is already taken care of, and for the people who need to know can find out. So there's also a couple of other provisions in this rule that is being paid for by the infrastructure plan. They have to come up with a federal advisory committee to study the side underride impact provisions. So if somebody rides up underneath your trailer on the side, they can be protected too. I'm guessing that there's no standard for that now. I mean, we got these fairings, they're supposed to make fuel economy better, but it doesn't really do anything for if somebody runs up under there. So this federal advisory committee has to do research on getting side barrier underride protection in these trailers. It didn't say how fast they have to come up with something, but they have to do the research on it. Now, any new rulemaking proposals that they come out because of this research, they have to give advance notice of the rulemaking provision, and they have to put it in a federal register asking for public comments on any new rulemaking that they come up with. Now, the last provision in it is they have to make available all this research to state organizations, all the states, DOTs, local law enforcement, so they can have the standards for what they come up with when they figure out after the research that they do. New rules all the time. I'll bring them to you when I find out. Stick around and watch some more of my videos on the channel. I appreciate it if you do. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like. If you already have, I appreciate that too. And we'll see you later.